Hi, welcome to the YouTube channel. Let's talk about clay. And there is a lot to talk about clay. So the first thing you want to do is get it out of the bag if it comes in a plastic bag. So what you want to do is pull down the plastic all the way. After you've done that, you're going to take string or wire really taut, which means it's tight, and then slide it across like that, nice and careful. It might be tricky to do. Once you finish doing that, it's quite magical. It just pops off as a block. Move the block out of the way and then slice it up into smaller pieces. It's very satisfying. This is a fun thing to do in my opinion. Just make sure that the string or the wire is really taut or tight, and you can slice up as many blocks as you need. So make sure that you put your name on a board with a piece of tape, and then here are some of the supplies that you can use. First thing is a wooden tool. They're pretty plentiful. They're all different types. This is pretty classic. And then this is a loop tool. It's a metal tool with a rounded part, and you can scoop and carve clay. I love the handy toothpick. Always loved a toothpick. This is a metal scraper. I like using that for a variety of different reasons. And this is a twisty tie. That's what I call it. Plastic bags to tie up your artwork or whatever you're working on. Any type of rolling pin or cylinder dowel, wooden strips, those are fantastic to have. Masking tape is great, and something to work on, either a piece of wood or masonite board or even a canvas. A piece of canvas is excellent too. Great, once you get started you might want some slip. Any kind of container like this works really, really well. A container with a lid is ideal. Glass is not as safe as plastic, but I like a clear container. So you're going to take some clay, and then you're going to take some water, and you're going to pour it in and then mash it. You can mash it with your fingers, with a tool, and once you get into the consistency that you like, you're ready to go. You can use it like toothpaste, it can be liquidy. I just say avoid water. Water will break down the clay, so be careful what kind of surface you're working on. Not all of them work really well, and then if you're still working on your clay, you do need to bag it up, and you can put a wet paper towel inside the bag if it's going to be more than a couple of days. This is a twisty tie, that's what I call it, and I just tie it up really tightly. Then I put it on the board so that you can see your name, and then people won't touch it. But if you're finished, then you're going to put it on the cart. So any extra clay that has nice and fresh, put it back in the bag. Really make sure you tie the clay up for the next day or the next couple of hours. It does dry out. And if you are done with your clay, you're going to put it a place for it to dry, and it's pretty fragile. It's called greenware for about a week, and then it gets put in the kiln. Yes, I can scare you about clay dust. It can cause silicosis, but just be clean. I know someone who did this for a long time and never got silicosis. So you want to get rid of your clay dust in the trash, and you reconstitute it in one of those plastic containers that I was talking about for the slip jar. Then you're going to wash everything, and I mean really wash it. Get a sponge, wash things down, and then let it dry. Try not to get the dust all over the room or all over your stuff, and just clean up. And water is going to be your friend, and just cleaning everything up. Great. So thank you so much for tuning in, liking, and subscribing to my YouTube channel. This is Clay Overview.